Welcome, everyone, to the Nikki Clarke Show. How is everyone doing? Awesome. Awesome. It's always a pleasure to be here in the studio, and I thank you all for making the right choice to stop here at the Nikki Clarke Show. The show is about transforming lives one story at a time, and we've been doing this for, can you believe, 16 years. So I am so proud to be the host and the producer, and I am thrilled to be back here to share some more stories of upliftment, empowerment, and education. So today on the show, we're joined by two inspiring women transforming lives through their own powerful journeys. Ingrid Gentles, the founder of Her Life Reboot, helps women bounce back from burnout and rediscover their purpose with faith and confidence. Marian Kayongo is a courageous woman, an advocate who overcame trauma and homelessness after arriving in Canada. Now she empowers through her work at rest centers and her upcoming book. So please welcome Ingrid and Marian to the Nikki Clarke Show. Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. You both look incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting us.
Oh, it's a pleasure. So let's start with Ingrid.
Yes.
Ingrid, can you tell us what inspired you to create Her Life Reboot?
As long as I've known myself, Nikki, I've always been mentoring women, high school right up until college, university right up until now. And it wasn't something that I sought after, it was something that actually came to me. And so I found that to be quite interesting. And along the way, I started my business. I have a hair business. And being involved in the hair business gave me further access to a lot more women. And listening to their stories, because you know, when you're doing hair, somehow something magical happens and people feel relaxed and they open up and they just start sharing and pouring out. And I guess they felt it was a safe space for them to be there. Hearing the stories of relationship pressures and issues and life burnout and hurts and pain, I thought to myself, here's an opportunity for Her Life Reboot to come forward. And that's how it was birthed in the first place. By hearing so many women, hearing all the different challenges, and being able to be a mentor, encouraging them, uplifting them, empowering them. Marianne is one of those individuals. I think I found my passion. And you know, when you have a passion, your calling comes into place.
Well, it's a lot like therapy.
Yes,
I think
it is.
you'd understand that, yes. You feel a connection to your stylist.
Right, yes.
Absolutely. So what was the moment in your life when you felt that you needed a reboot?
Wow, that's a great question. To be totally transparent, I will say this, that after a second divorce, I was married to my husband, and I married the same man twice. So, you know, we've been together
Twice?
for twice, correct. And so after two failed marriages, even though it was with the same person, I sort of felt displaced. Children are grown, emptiness syndrome is in place, and I started to ponder, Ingrid, what are you about? What is life about? What do you want out of life? Things I've never really had a chance to look at when I was busy being a mother and a wife and all that sort of thing. So I would say that going through the breakup, I had to find myself again, to be quite honest. And that gave me the courage to start to look at counseling, coaching. I've had coaching sessions with various different coaches, getting counseling, and just recognizing that I need to shift my mindset to know that changes happen in life, and as human beings, sometimes it's very difficult for us to handle changes.
Right.
And so it was at that moment that I said, okay, with all the backings and all the different various counseling sessions that I've had and coaching sessions, I was able to come to a place to say it's time to reboot. It's time to reinvent yourself.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I believe you have a logo that we're going to look
Yes.
forward and put it up. It's a beautiful logo, and I
Thank
think there's
you.
a bit of a butterfly
Yes.
in there that
Correct.
I resonate with.
Okay.
But here's a question for you, and I know that you're also a chaplain.
Correct, yes.
How does faith play a role in the transformation journeys you support?
Wow. I would say that faith is an integral part of the business. Without faith, I wouldn't be able to actually do this, because we need to recognize that while we have all the practical strategies in place, the things that we are to do to make sure a business is effective and functional, for me, faith and trust in God is a huge part, because I have to trust God through the process, because we don't have all the answers to everything. And while we can put things in place, ultimately there comes a time when you have to go to the higher creator. And so I sort of partner both in my business, faith and God, and the practical aspect of what I need to do to ensure that my business grows and survives.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's a really amazing reflection, Ingrid. And I was saying something very similar to a colleague a couple of days ago. She was, being stretched, in many ways, and I had to remind her about, having faith the size of a mustard seed. If it's that small, it's still enough.
Yes.
To move a mountain, and I said to you, I'm no stranger to being tested, in your faith. So it's a really wonderful and profound reflection.
Amen. Amen.
Yes.
Thank you.
So Marian, let's ask you some questions. I'd love to know what gave you the courage, because that is not an easy decision to make, to up and leave your country, Uganda, and start a new life in Canada. What was that like for you to make that decision?
Thank you, Nikki. What gave me the courage was that I had had enough. I reached a point of enough. I grew up in a polygamous family where we were so many children with one father and different mothers. We were fighting for affection for our dad, so we had competing against each other. It was a ground that you didn't want to grow up in. So when my dad passed away, I was married off. And the funny part is...
At 16, right?
Yes, I was actually 17. But the funny part is when when they married me off, I was happy, because I was happy to leave this place. But after a while, I realized I was robbed of my childhood. Like, it reaches a point where I didn't even want the people that know me to know that I'm married, I have children, So, and it went on, but when my marriage failed, when a marriage fails, a woman is blamed. So the blame was on me because the marriage is not working. So I became an outcast. I had nowhere to go like everybody. People welcome you for a bit, but after a while, they are tired of you. So you reach a point, I reached a point whereby I'm like, what about these kids? My daughter was 8 months then, so I was looking at, what am I going to do? So having enough of everybody deciding what my life is or how it should be gave me the move that I want to open a new chapter. A chapter whereby my kids will have it different. I wanted them to have a better upbringing. So with that, I carried in my bag, I got a little bit of faith, that mustard seed of faith. And in the other bag, I put hope. And off I flew to Canada. That is what I did. That's what moved me.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And upon arrival and getting yourself kind of settled, you lived in a shelter with your family.
No, I didn't live in the shelter. I lived on the street for 2 days. For the first 2 days, when I carried my hope and faith, when I got in Canada, I realized I had no plan. When I reached there, I was like, now what? So someone told me there's a place where when people come in for refugee, go. And when I went there, people had laid their blankets, and that's where we slept for 2 days. It is on Peterson Street 129, yeah. For 2 days, but the good thing is my kids were so tired, they slept for 2 days. Like those days, they slept on.
Yes.
So as a mother, I was trying to figure out what to do. And talking to people, someone told me, you know what? There is a place I can take you. They took me to a Red Cross. And when I went to the Red Cross, I told them my story, and they're like, okay, fine, we can get you a shelter. So that is how I got from the street and went to the shelter. So from the shelter, we stayed at the shelter a while. That's where I met Ingrid, Chaplain Ingrid, at a church, Mississauga Victory Church, and she decided to empower me and help me through my struggles. Because I was at a point of stagnance. I had faith and hope, but I had no plan. I was like, now what? I'm in a different country. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. The kids are looking at me. We are in a shelter with a 16-year-old boy living in one room. He's looking at me and he's like, Mom, what? So.
But it got you, that preparation gave you the empathy that you needed to be an operations coordinator for rest centers.
Yes. So with all that I went through, one thing I realized that it was preparing me to empower others. It was preparing me to know what others go through. So right now, while I'm helping others, it is at a point of understanding and knowing, because I've been there. I have been walking through that path, and I'm able to see, and I'm able to look at them and tell them that, you know what? This is a season, and this season will end. And you know how I know it? Because I was there, and I'm here now. So it really surprises them, but also encourages them. They're like, what? Are you sure you're just here for 2 years? Yeah, and it gives them that hope, because they realize, oh, if she has done it, I can do it too. Yeah.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing your testimony. And I so appreciate your candor and just the courage that you both have to step out of the comfort zone, out of what is kind of routine for you, and to take this bold step to help others. So please, Ingrid, please tell us how people can find you on social media.
Yes, on my Instagram page is at Her. Oh, I am so sorry.
That's okay. Excellent. And how can we find you, Marian?
Oh, you can find me on Facebook. I'm Queen Kayongo. And on LinkedIn, I'm Marian Kayongo.
Ingrid Gentles and Marian Kayongo, everyone, thank you very much. We'll be right back. Hey friends, it's Nikki Clarke of the Nikki Clarke Show. We have a special announcement. Thanks to Chicago's very own DJ, the Money Coach. To celebrate 16 years of the Nikki Clarke Show and the grand opening of his new luxury resort in Zanzibar, Tanzania, DJ is giving away a grand prize trip for 7 days, 6 nights, ground transportation, excursions, personal chef with beautiful sunsets on the white sand beaches of Zanzibar. Text Nikki to 972-640-9572 or scan the QR code. We'll see you at the World Travel, Trade, and Taste Expo, and we'll meet the lucky winner in paradise. Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show. Again, how's everyone doing? Fantastic. Fantastic. We've got another great interview for you today. Ayako Campanella and Anita Rezaei are the visionary founders of Not Just Hair, a salon experience that goes beyond styling. It's about self-care, culture, and confidence. And their mission is to create a space where beauty is rooted in wellness and identity. And I'm living with the proof of the confidence through the styling. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having us, Nikki.
Thank you.
It's such a pleasure.
Yeah, long time no see. Eh?
Yeah.
Maybe 2 days?
Just 2 days. So maybe I'll ask this question of Anita. What inspired you to use, not maybe the most common name, Not Just Hair, for a hair salon? What inspired the name?
So this is like about, we both started as being hairstylists and are like being behind the chair, doing people's hair. It was like starting to just grow us in the industry. But as we were going on, we just felt that like this, what we're doing is just like not only doing hair, it's like way beyond doing hair. Like it was just more of connection with clients and like leaving them feeling confident. And it was just going like more than just beauty industry. It was like more going toward wellness. So when we started thinking about growing our business, it was like we were feeling like, okay, we want to do something more than just hair. But we wanted to keep the connection with our clientele.
Right.
And that's where Not Just Hair born. Like it was like, yeah, it was just like, it was not just hair. It was all about well-being, self-care, wellness, confidence. So when we started our business, we started having like more than just hair services. It's just like right now we have like authentic Japanese head spa. We have facial, we have like massage therapists, we have different services. So Not Just Hair is just constantly reminding of what and how we started our career. And that's it. I think that's it.
That says a lot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I feel like when I walk in there, it's an oasis. It's very peaceful.
Yes,
You know,
it's a sanctuary. Yes.
It is a sanctuary, absolutely. So Ayako, good to see you. Tell us a little bit about the Japanese head massage. And I'm still waiting on mine.
So Japanese head spa, it's getting very popular now.
Yes.
So head spa the word head spa created by a Japanese company in 2002, and then became a registered trademark in 2003. And then I heard Japanese head spa came from Indian head massage. I can't pronunciation right. Ayurveda, do you know?
I think it's Ayurveda.
Yes, yes. So yeah, that came from. And then now the Japanese head spa helps with scalp and hair health and body tension and even anti-aging.
Oh, I like that part.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
But it needs to be like a regularly, right? Like a facial or a massage, not one-time service. So
It
you
has to
have
be
to
lifestyle.
continue. Yes, yes. And then our head spa, not just a simple scalp massage. I know many spa is offering Japanese head spa now, but for me, it's not trained enough. So, but our staff trains very well and still keep going. Still educating.
Yeah,
all the
keep
time.
constantly educating them. Yeah.
Yeah, so we focus on relaxing the front, side, back, scalp muscle, and to improve blood flow and then relieve deep tension. So this muscle is tight, then affect all body like a problem. So we are trying to help those problems
To alleviate
yes,
those problems.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Like I understand too that the lymph nodes can get blocked. So with this treatment,
Drainage.
it can,
Yes.
release the pressure
Yes.
and yeah.
I had like a 15 minutes massage, head massage is same as like a 60 minutes body massage.
Oh
Yeah,
wow!
so
I didn't know that.
Some people say, I love the head spa than body massage.
They'd rather that
Yeah,
than
so
the.
I want you to get least once.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yes.
gonna call you tomorrow and book
Yes.
mine. Definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for that explanation. Either Anita or Ayako, you can answer this. How do you feel about being a woman entrepreneur? Have you faced any challenges in your business?
Yeah, paying the bills. Everybody thinks like when you open a business, when you're an entrepreneur, when you have your own business, it's like you're making so much money.
Yes.
But it's like
Yes.
it's a lot of challenging. You have to take care of so many people that they're working with you, and like there are so many overhead expenses. But like both of us together, like we have a great team. So we can.
You get through the challenges
yes,
together.
we get through it. Yes.
Yeah. What are some of the rewards, Ayako?
Sorry?
What are some of the awards, the wins about being an entrepreneur?
Constantly learning,
Constantly learning?
Yeah. Yes.
right? It's constantly learning. Yeah, because we are like me and Ayako. We both are immigrant in Canada.
Where are you
like,
from originally?
I'm originally from Iran. Yes. So we both are immigrant, and like everything like is so challenging. The cultural difference, like the legal things, is so different, and so we're dealing with so much cultural differences. But it's all good. It's all good because we're learning, we're growing, we're growing.
You're growing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are definitely better person than what we were yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Here I am walking into the salon, and then here you are here, sharing your stories later on. So you never know who'll come in.
Yes, I love like a new meeting new people, and then this is
Yes.
like a new world for us, right?
Yes, yeah. When I started my business, I went online and I looked for networking events. So I used to book 3 to 4 events a week just to get out there, and you never know who you're going to meet in the room, right? It could be just one person to change everything for you. So
Exactly.
that's really
Yes.
important.
Yes.
Yes, excellent. Well, I am so thrilled that you're here to share a little bit about what you do. So tell us, Anita, where are you located, and Ayako, maybe where people can find you on social media. So where is it located?
So our Instagram account is NJH Not Just Hair Burlington, and we are located in Burlington, Ontario.
Okay, excellent. Anything upcoming? Do you have any master classes coming up, or I know you had one recently.
Yeah, we just had the master class